The government has identified Indonesia as a top priority for Australia. We have an excellent relationship with the government of Indonesia, but that will be further advanced with the Prime Minister's visit to Indonesia with the President. Well, the Indonesian government is working very hard on what is a vexed issue. No one believes otherwise. We've obviously seen Tony Abbott realise that his own slogan of stop the boats doesn't actually stop anything, and now he's vacillated and backed down to some very vague reference that maybe if he was elected sometime into the future, maybe not, something might possibly happen.
Today may be World Refugee Day, and that's something we should note. But equally, today is also People Smugglers Day under this government. Every day is People Smugglers Day under this government. It was Kevin Rudd who started the boats. It was Julia Gillard who kept those boats coming in record numbers, and they're now coming at the rate of over 3,000 per month. And the government's own budget shows that for next year they're assuming that will drop in 10 days' time to 1,000 per month, which is patently absurd. And now we see a renewed interest in the Prime Minister before another election. I think the Australian people see right through this Prime Minister when it comes to this issue. They know she not only can't be trusted to come up with a plan on this issue, but she can't be trusted to implement one either.
The government is engaged in a race to the bottom with Tony Abbott, and they're trying to out-tough Tony Abbott in the lead up to the election. And I've got news for Labor: don't try and out-tough Tony Abbott and be meaner than him. He'll always win that race. If you're looking for steady heads and reasoned analysis on the question of asylum seekers, don't look at the coalition. They're the first ones to overstate the facts and to play to fear, and I think we've seen that again.
Better late than never if she uses the opportunity to announce an increase in the humanitarian intake. That would be the most sensible thing to do.
I think she's going there as a tourist.
So you don't think she'll be Prime Minister?
Well, I mean, you'd have to ask Paul Howes, wouldn't you? I mean, Paul Housey will know what's going on.
Today I'll be introducing a bill to the Senate for a referendum on marriage. It's just on 9 months now since we debated the same-sex marriage bill in both the House of Representatives and the Senate. And here we are again, back to the same question being debated today in the Senate by Senator Hanson-Young. We're often told that this is the majority wants same-sex marriage. Well, I'm saying put it to the people.
The Greens today are bringing forward our bill on recognising marriages, same-sex marriages that have taken place overseas. Look, this is a matter of discrimination. If people go and get married overseas and they're legally married overseas, then their marriage should be recognised in Australia. It's as simple as that.
So we now have this absurd situation where if you're in Melbourne or Sydney, you can jump on a plane and within a couple of hours be somewhere where you can have your marriage recognised, and then when you come back here, it's not. Now, that needs to change.